period.
Pull up, it's about to blow up. Show love, we coming and you know us.
It's a vibe and it's fresh on your mind. Breaking hot, top and slide. You know what we like, yeah.
Get up, you don't wanna miss us. In the mix, it's official.
It's official.
Big facts, no cap. Where you at?
Yeah.
It's time to kick back.
It's the mix.
Welcome to the mix, everyone. We have a great show for you tonight. We've got the next big country star, Willie Jones. He'll be getting into the mix with us a little later. And our girl, Leah Henry, we all love her, is back to spill some celebrity tea. Our sister, Sonique, is still on mommy duty, but she'll be back soon, I promise. But also, I want to give a special shout out to our guest host, who's also my friend. You might remember her from the TBS sitcom, Are We There Yet? Please welcome actress and YouTube star Tila Dunn. What's up, Tila?
Woo!
How are you?
I'm so good. I'm thrilled to be a part of the show.
Yes.
Love
I'm so glad to have you on the show. Girl.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Absolutely. Jazz, I'm so glad I get to see your pretty face because we all have been worried about you. We know that you're in Houston. I know you've been going through it. I've been watching your Instagram, and I saw what happened to your house. And, you know, the prayers have been up for you. Everybody's been asking, is Jazz okay? Is Jazz good? So I'm so glad to see you, and you have smiles. Can you share with us what it's like being in Houston personally?
Wait, before Jazz get into it, Jazz, you don't even know how much you inspired me, you and your family doing this, because y'all are some strong people. You and your mom, I see where you get it from, because I got a lot of family going through this right now, and it's really tough times. But the way that y'all marching through this, I really take my hat off to y'all. Y'all are true queens, for real.
I appreciate that a lot, Romeo. But you know, it was crazy because we didn't have heat, water, or power for 4 days.
Wow.
So for me, came in the house and it literally, like, I know you guys saw the video circulating. It looked like a horror movie, in all honesty, because the kitchen ceiling was on my floor. And I knew, I was like, okay, something's wrong, because the driveway was filled with water. And I was like, what's going on? So came around, opened the door, and that's the video that you guys saw, where pretty much the ceiling had just fallen. Pipes basically busted from the inside of the house and the outside of the house. So that was just, what you guys saw was just the kitchen, but pretty much the whole house was damaged because the pipes busted in my room, the family room, the dining room, everywhere. So it was pretty tough, you know, and I always said I would never cry on Instagram. But it hurt me that bad that I shed a tear on Instagram because it was crazy to just look at somewhere like, we've had that house for 5 years. So I also want to say to the people, I know Claudia Jordan spoke about it very well on her show as well. And she was basically saying, you know, just because you may look at someone and you say, well, they're on TV or they have money or they're not in a situation like other people, people have to understand that that is still our home. Yeah. That is our home. So I don't care if you think my mom has $1 billion or if she has $1, it doesn't matter. That is something that she worked for. She renovated, ground up, and that is our home. So I'm going to cry over that to see my home not be my home anymore. But, you know, I do want to say at the same time, I know there's still some people who don't even have water still or heat, or the people who have been displaced as I have, but they don't have anywhere to go. So I do want to say I send my blessings and prayers to those people.
Absolutely.
Jazz, I'm so happy to know that you're safe. How are things now?
Well, like I said, some people still don't have water or heat. So I know the city of Houston has been setting up like food banks and things of that nature. But as for me, I am displaced right now, but luckily I have great friends and family that I can stay with. So, you know, it's just the recovery process. And honestly, I don't even like to go by the house anymore because that's how traumatic it is for me. So my stepdad actually flew in and he's handling everything with the house because I was like, I'm too overwhelmed. I can't do it mentally. I can't do it. So
don't y'all think it's crazy though? Like the West Coast was on fire. The South is freezing. It's like, what's going on in the world right now? You know,
it's really scary. People, I know a lot of people joke and they say, man, it's the end of days. They talk about this in the Bible, like when weather conditions are so crazy like this. And I hate to think that, and I'm not going to put that out there and say that's what's happening. But I think that we all need to take a deep look at climate change, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Climate change is real. We all need to be talking about that, especially the millennials and the Gen Zers. Like, we really have power in our voice, and we need to talk about this more and spread the message that climate change is real.
Yeah, because Houston was 13 degrees. I've never heard of that. Like Houston being 13 degrees, and we unfortunately had 69 deaths due to this winter storm. So I think people just thought it would, blow over. And then another tragedy for me was I dealt with Hurricane Harvey too. So to see this house go through it twice, I was like, oh my gosh, this is just a mess. Because I was there when Hurricane Harvey, the house flooded then. So, it's tragic, but we keep pushing.
I have to ask you, like, being through so many difficult times in Houston and so many devastations, does this make you think about moving to another state or another city?
Okay, so for me, I've lived on every coast. So LA, it would scare me when we would have earthquakes. I'm like, what is going on? But then I lived in New York. I don't like snow like that. And then Houston, I don't really know what's going on with us. I can honestly say that since I've lived here, I've really enjoyed it, the climate here. But this was the first, thing, that winter storm. I was like, oh my gosh. And then with Hurricane Harvey, we do get a lot of floods. But how you could prevent that is if you're fortunate enough, you can live in areas that don't flood.
Yeah, and the thing, even with this could have been prevented, just like what happened with Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans. It wasn't the storm that actually ruined the city. It was the after effect. And just like what's going on in Houston, all my cousins hitting me up. It's like, this could have been prevented if they actually prepared the city better.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's huge to talk about, I'll just say it, the fact that Ted Cruz left the country at the crisis. Like,
he left us.
I
was mad. Like,
if that ain't the most ghetto shit you ever saw in your life, and white people say that black people are ghetto. No, that is ghetto. That is what the definition of ghetto is.
That was ghetto. Like,
Cancun. Like, okay, Jazz, please tell me that the state is doing something for y'all. What are they doing?
Like I said, they have set up the food banks, and then for people who don't have water, they were distributing water in parks. And then, you do have FEMA assistance. I know you can apply for that now. That is up and running. But I like the guys who are putting in the groundwork, hitting the ground and going to the families who are being overlooked. So we have guys like Trae The Truth, who's actually going to be on the show with us tonight. And he teamed up with DJ Mr. Rogers out here in Houston. They're called #Relief Gang. And that is exactly what they do. But let's take a quick break because I want to bring Trae on. He's out in the streets of Houston. He's helping out the community. And we're actually going to hear from him, the philanthropist himself. So stay tuned right here, The Mix on Fox Soul, baby. Welcome back to The Mix, you guys. So before the break, I was sharing my experience with the snowstorm that rocked all of Houston and all of Texas. And it has caused over $18 million in damage. But I wanted to bring someone into the mix who is directly making an impact on our community and is truly helping the citizens of Houston survive. He's a Texas rap legend and now a philanthropist who you may have also seen on the front lines for social justice, especially for fellow Texan George Floyd. Now, he's on the front line for his city. During this time of tragedy, he has been getting food and water for those impacted by the recent disaster in Houston with what's called Relief Gang. He's here today to give us an update on what's happening on the ground and how we all can help do our part to rebuild Houston and make sure we all survive this. Now, he's on the road right now, but he is coming. He'll be joining us soon, you guys. So,
we're just gonna keep it locked.
I was like, yeah, we just keep grilling you.
He putting in work. The thing with Trae, a lot of people don't realize, and I'm gonna just jump into this now about him is, he's one of those people. I tell people the only way to make a difference, people feel like one person can't make a change. But what Trae is doing, he's the prime example of what my dad always say, what we have to do to make a difference. Everybody got to give back to their community. Imagine if each individual on earth, when they make it, no matter big or small, you're able to give back to your community. And I got to take my hat off to him because he's doing it. Like Jazz said, this man is on the front line. He may not be up there fame-wise like a Jay-Z or a Nas or something like that, but when you go to Houston, Texas, when you go to H-Town, everybody know Trae.
He recently just bought out the McDonald's, you guys. He's been dropping water by the truckload. Like, he literally rides around in a truck just to help people and give to people. He gave 200 plus people gas yesterday. Like, that's the man we're going to be talking to. So I was really excited to have him.
That just shows his character as a person. Like, he's so selfless. Like, I've never met him, but I can already tell he's going to be such a selfless person. And I think he'll give us some really good insights, not even on Houston, but just like how to give back to all our communities in general. Whether, like Romeo said, you have $1, $1 million, like everyone can give back if they really want to. And I think he's a prime example of that.
Yeah. You know what's beautiful about what he's doing? He's doing things that the elected government officials should be doing and should have been doing. So it's beautiful in one light that he is doing this, but also it's a little bit, it's hard to hear that the government officials that the Texans elected aren't doing this. And instead they're going to goddamn Mexico, Cancun, living on pina coladas, like deuces. You know what I'm saying? I'll see y'all later. Y'all handle this on y'all own.
Right. It sucks to be you guys. I'm going to go vacation in Cancun. Nice to see y'all.
But Tom, like you said, a lot of people are stepping up in H-Town. You got Beyonce, Bun B, Trae. There's a lot of people locally that's stepping up, and that's what I love about the city. The people gonna step up, even if the people who's in charge of the city don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which is sad, because you should be able to keep people accountable, especially like representatives like Ted Cruz. Like, you are in a position so that you can help in these type of situations, whether the city's doing good or bad. Like, it's your job, and he abandoned it. So
yeah, he did. Well,
that's why the show is so important, though. Like, this is why we're here. This is a platform for us to use our voice for our people and to shed light on things that really matter. So I just want to tell y'all how amazing y'all are. Jazz, once again, we love you.
Thank you.
And your family. And we all going to get through this together, because that's what it's all about. And that's what we want to throw out into the world. None of y'all are alone out there who's going through this devastation right now.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Well, you guys, let's just take a quick break, and he'll be with us next. Keep it locked here on Fox Soul.
Yes.
Welcome back to the mix, you guys. So we have him here with us, Trae The Truth. Welcome, Trae The Truth, you guys. What's going on, Trae?
Yo,
I see.
I'm cool, and I'm literally just getting done stepping out the projects, giving the people food and water right now. It's still a lot going on out here.
Yeah, I definitely know for sure. So can you tell us a little bit about, what's going on in the city as of right now? I mean, I'm here with you, but I want, the people want to hear it from you.
Well, first, most definitely, it started off without lights, you know what I'm saying? For no lie, just to keep it 1,000, the very first day, it was more exciting for Houston. We ain't never seen no snow, so, people laughing, cool, and joking. But then that reality sank in, and it was all bad, man. At that point, power, usually when people say power went out, you have neighborhoods, different sides of town. But imagine the power going out everywhere. So while you don't have power and it's 30 degrees outside, so therefore you freezing to death. The grocery store's power went out too. So now you got a situation where your food spoiled, the grocery food spoiled. So now it's no food. On top of no food, since we weren't prepared for the snow, the pipes, the pipes froze up. Our pipes above ground and in the attic. So it was so cold, the pipes froze up. So now water is shooting out everywhere through the pipes. So they have to cut off all the water. So now we left without power, food, and water for a week straight. So it got real drastic. But I hit the ground running day one as always, me and my team. And I think just last week alone we fed over 20,000 families. Wow. Got them water. Right now, me and my partner, Mr. Rogers, we're getting all the plumbers the plumbers union and everybody else, and we're getting all the addresses of people whose pipes messed up that don't even really know what they're doing, and we sending the plumbers to them. So we connecting the dots. James Harden stepped up. He gonna actually jump on it with us to get the plumbers paid too. So it's a way where I could take care of the community and feed those who need work. And I mean, we just working. You know, Saturday, me and Beyonce's Be Good, we teamed up, and I think within like an hour took care of 8,000 families. So you know, we just going.
Man, we definitely got to give you your roses, man. You're somebody where if we had more views in the world would be a better place for real.
Absolutely.
I just definitely want to give you that respect right now. Even what you're doing, I got a lot of family in Houston, and your name always comes up when something's going down. Like Jazz said, you there. You know, you're in the streets, you're there trying to make a difference. And you already a billionaire. In heaven, you a billionaire. This is what a real wealthy man on earth looks like. It's not about all this material stuff here. This man is really the truth. That's why he's Trae The Truth.
Exactly.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, like Romy said, it's inspiring to see someone to go out and help their community. And I just want to know, like, what's driving you to get up every day and just jump in and help so selflessly?
I mean, for those who know me, if you're from Houston, before the social media, before any of that, people know that's always been me. I always had the same heart. You know, I'm a street cat that genuinely just protect and look out for my own people. So, you know, it just expanded. You know, since I was young, I always said if I got a position, you know, I went through many a times I didn't have nobody to lean on or take that moment to hear what I had to say where I didn't crash out. And I always said if I got a position, I'm gonna be a real big homie. So, you know, there's no way you can move around in Houston, Texas, and even the oldest of the old call me big bro, big homie. Even if I may be young, it's just I put my feet on the dirt, and it's been that ever since. You know, I'm responsible for 98% of everything that go on through Houston. You know, and very seldomly do you find somebody that's heavily respected in the streets, but also heavily respected in all other worlds. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing, no, when it's time to go against whatever they feel we may lose or whatever they feel we may go against, I always jump out there head first.
Absolutely. So I think that for many Texans, you are their saving grace. You know, you're doing things that the elected government officials should be doing, and you're stepping up in ways that they are not stepping up. So I absolutely have to commend you on doing that and taking money from your own pocket and helping out people by, you know, giving McDonald's and giving water. I think that's so beautiful. What is your response to Ted Cruz jumping on a plane and fleeing Texas when Texans needed him the most?
And just to be blatant, it just looked goofy. I mean, it just is what it is, man. You know, let's go past him, right? This is the reality of it. And I tell people all the time. Nobody really takes it as serious if they're not directly affected by it. We learned that in Harvey, man. A lot of people laughed, made jokes, didn't pay attention to it till there was some of their aunties and grandmothers that I had to go out there and save, or till there was some of their people, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's the situation. I think he went out there, he wasn't really worried about it. His family was good. But for him, see, it's a situation where people be like, why this entertainer not doing this? Why this rapper not doing this? Why this person not doing that? And I tell people all the time, man, they're not obligated to do it. If they want to do it, they can. But see, with Cruz, he was put in position, so he has to do it. I guess he felt
Hey,
it was.
Where's those masks that you got for me?
Somebody on here talking about.
We see it's real. We see it. You're on the deadline right now. I love it. The live TV, man.
Yeah, you know, we here like right now. I just left the. Like we go to 2, 3 in the morning, literally, man. Wow. Giving out food, water, supplies. And you know, I mean, we just trying to do everything that we can, bro.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So for viewers watching, what are some ways, you know, we can help you and the relief game if we can't come out and actually help in person?
Yes.
Man, believe it or not, let me be honest with y'all. You know what's so crazy? For those who are not really in tune with Houston or the streets, a lot of people, when you mention Relief Gang to them, if they don't know, they think we probably just a couple of people from the hood that might go give out a free meal here. Like they don't really know. So when we get to a point we don't even ask for people to donate, because when they do, I watch them donate to everybody else and bypass the ones who out here from 9 in the morning to 3 in the morning every night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's so. I mean, if they want to donate, they always can go to angelbynature.com, or they can donate to the Cash App, which is Relief Gang and the number 1. But I don't know. We kind of got to a point. We just got burnt out for even asking, because man, I remember during Harvey, we got in the situation. We reached out for people to help people. Like, oh yeah, that's cute what y'all doing, but we got people who really do this. And little did they know, we the only ones that did what we did, to where they backdoored and still had to come reach out to us for help. But so we just get to a point we don't even ask people for nothing no more. We just, if I ain't using my rap money or get homies to match here and there, we just make it happen, man.
And Jazz, before we get to break, I gotta throw this in there, because you hit a certain point. People don't realize the more that the right people make, the more that those right people will give. So you gotta realize, if we put this man in position to be in a position to give back, hundreds of millions, that's how we make a difference. So I just want to throw this out there. I know you got a project that's coming out actually February 26th after my sister's birthday. And you actually been on the road trying to help others instead of promoting your music, your hustle. So I definitely, like I said, man, what you do speaks volumes, but we got to make people like this. We got to put people like this at the forefront so they can actually give back. Yeah. This is somebody who's giving back to the community for real.
I appreciate you. I'd be so lost. I forgot all about that, but you just reminded me, man. I had a whole video come out Saturday. I didn't get to post it or nothing, because we out there going. When I'm in go mode, I'm not thinking about nothing. And it's like, I don't think people understand, man, it's a real sacrifice, like things that we do. So even with my lights and water being off all week, my youngest son been there. And imagine me going out every day, taking care of everybody else. My first day seeing them was yesterday. And we in the same house. I come in, they sleep, I'm gone before he get up. You know what I'm saying? And people don't really understand. It's a lot that come with this. Like, I don't know if y'all know, me and my Until Freedom family, we stopped what we was doing and we moved to Kentucky to fight for Brianna with her mother and her family. So, it's like,
wow.
Dude, we gotta take care of each other,
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm sorry, y'all. My phone beeping too, so it may glitch out.
It's okay. That's so dope.
I can't even hear you. It went all the way out.
Okay.
Live TV, baby.
Yeah, live
TV. Let me tell you.
Can't hear none of y'all now. Somebody just called.
Okay. We want to thank you so much for coming on the show and for all that you're doing in Houston. We just wanted to give you your flowers, and I want you to know how much I appreciate all that you're doing for Texas. So if you guys want to help out, head on over to our Instagram account for more information on Relief Gang and other ways you can help. And make sure you go get Trae's album dropping the 26th. You said, right?
February 26th. It's called If You're Scared, Stay Inside.
Hey,
all right. I like that. And we'll also be posting it on our Instagram too, so you guys can support Trae The Truth. But we'll be right back, you guys, with more of the mix here on Fox Soul.
Yes. Thank you, Trae.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the show, y'all. So back when our first guest was just 17, he appeared on the X Factor and he shocked the judges, and he shocked me too, because I was watching it, with the voice that Simon Cowell called sensational. Now at 26, he's released his first album called Right Now, and Spotify just named him the 2021 Hot Country Artist to Watch. Let's welcome Mr. Willie Jones into the mix, y'all.
Hey.
What up, Willie? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good, man. I can't complain, man. It's been a dope little journey.
Listen, real quick, before we get into it, I have to say, I was watching the X Factor, and when I saw you came on, I was like, okay, this young cat, he about to do like some smooth R&B. He gonna do some Chris Brown or something. And then when you came out with this deep Let them build them, build them, build them. I was like, what? Who is this kid? I was like, this kid is about to pop. So I love the fact that you are like now shining. You've had this beautiful journey, and I'm so happy for you, man, and all of your success.
Thank you, man. It's been, like I said, it's been a dope journey, man. And first album out, and I've been getting a lot of great feedback from it. So it's been dope.
Well, it's been about.
Sorry, I know this, but the matching outfits, Anton, Romeo, and Willie. I just had to. I love the matching outfits. Okay, Josh.
Same vibe, baby.
All each other and playing it out.
Great minds think alike, baby.
Exactly. Well, it's been about 9 years since we actually first saw you on the X Factor. So can you kind of tell us about life after the show and why you didn't sign with anyone right away?
Yeah, it just didn't feel right at the time. And I hadn't been in the industry prior to the show. So, you know, from there, it was really just me and my dad, you know what I'm saying, just going out. I would do shows here and there, and just building up my social media and all that, just getting everything right. And right time. And I met the right people and, you know, been making some good music and some good moves.
Nice.
Where did your love for country music come from?
Growing up, I listened to everything. I mean, I listened to all different kinds of music. But I actually did a talent show when I was like 14 where we had to sing a country song. It was like different rounds, like pop round, a show tune round, country round. And in trying to find the right country song that I really just rocked with, I actually liked what I was listening to. But I didn't see, you know what I'm saying, none of my skin folk in the genre as well. Just music that I really, you know what I'm saying, related to. And from then on, I was like, yo, I'm going to be that voice that, you know, other people can look to in country music and like, you know, I relate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be there.
I gotta ask you, because I didn't know this. You grew up in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you know, I'm a Louisiana boy too. But how did growing up in Shreveport, you know, inspire you in your music and where you're at now?
Well, I mean, Shreveport is pretty country, you know what I'm saying? It's a city, but, you know, it moves kind of slow. And I mean, for me, like a lot of my music just talks about family and just, you know, should I be kicking? And just growing up there, just slow pace, you know, I just got into the music and just wanted to continue to just make more.
Speaking of you making more music, congratulations on the first album. I absolutely cannot wait to listen to it.
You gotta check them out.
I noticed that there's billboards of you all over the country. So I want to know when you first looked up and you were like, that's me up there.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's definitely a blessing, but it's just like, dang, that's my face for everybody to see. But it's definitely like, it's a blessing, man. Spotify threw up a billboard and it's just a blessing, man. Just putting in the work.
Well, you released a very powerful video for your song American Dream on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So what inspired that song?
Yeah, American Dream came about a few days after the 4th of July. And, you know, with everything going on this past summer, it was crazy with, you know, George Floyd and Breonna and just like a lot. And I was struggling to put on my red, white, and blue. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how can I rock with a country that, you know what I'm saying, is you know, just putting forth all this bull. And I always wondered what like a patriotic song sounded like coming from a young Black man in 2020, because you hear so many patriotic country songs. And I just wanted to take that and just turn it on his head and wrote American Dream, and it came out beautifully.
When I watched the video, it really resonated with me because on the show a little bit earlier in the season, I talked about as a Black man in America, it really feels like we are almost an endangered species, you know? And I love the fact, and I commend you for being so bold and talking about the fact that there are two different Americas for white people and for Black people.
For sure.
And I'm especially commending you because in country music, I think predominantly most people that listen to country music are white people. So I'm sure you went against the grain and put it out there in such a bold and beautiful way. And I want to kind of get into the lyrics. Now, most country artists, they sing about America and how proud they are to be an American,
right.
but the way you did that, you explained it was like to be this Black, bold man in America. And the lyric that stood out for me the most was when you said, when you're living as a Black man, it's a different kind of American dream. Mm-hmm. What do you think that that people will take away from this, or what do you want them to take away from this?
Yeah, I definitely want people to just feel a sense of just continuing to move forward. Cause like I say in the song, like second verse, one man put his life on the line for the folks trying to break chains. One man rolling deep in the streets with the dream just to make change. One man still in the field had to kneel for the same thing. So it's just like a progressive movement and forward, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, our ancestors fought so hard for us to be where we are today, and we just got to continue to fight and continue to stand up for what's right and justice and just keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? We can't digress. So I just want people to just, you know, feel powered up to keep moving forward.
Man, God has big blessings for you because you know your purpose. The way that you came into the game, where you was on such a big platform and where people usually would take that hype and that fame and they'll run with it, and where you took your time and you perfected your craft. I feel you know exactly who you are as you're growing, as you're going to come into your success. Oh, yeah, man. I think that's the most important, man. You definitely going to have an amazing career and guide us a lot of people along the way.
Thank you, man.
I agree. And you're gearing up to play at the legendary Grand Ole Opry, which is incredible. I mean, all the legends have performed there, from Dolly Parton to Willie Nelson. I mean, what does that mean for you to be included in such an incredible list?
Yeah, it's just really dope. You know, it's just like, you know, country music is changing a lot. There's so many other, you know, Black country artists stepping in the game and spitting their truth. I'm just shout them out real quick. Brittany Spencer, my boy Rashad, Mickey Guyton, Jimmy Allen. It's so many dope country artists that I feel like, you know, just need to be out more and people just need to know more about. And yeah, performing on the Opry stage is just a stage where, you know, you ain't seen many folk like me up there. So, you know, I'm gonna get up there and do my thing.
Yes, sir, as you should.
God, I know that's right. You know, I think we need to cherish artists like you, like Black artists that come into a genre that is predominantly white and they just flip it on its head. You know, like from start to bottom. Like, it's great to see the Opry is becoming more diverse with artists like you, because country music has historically, it's been dominated by white men and women. And now that we have artists like Lil Nas X, you, Kane Brown, and Jimmy Allen, it's just changing what Black people can see other young boys who might want to do country music when they grow up, but because they don't see people like them, they might be discouraged from it. But you guys are showing them that we're here, that we're very diverse, and we can do this as well. Now, what are you hoping for the future of country music?
I wanted to continue to just diversify, man. I mean, it's so dope hearing other Black artists tell their stories through the lens of country music, you know, and just different instrumentation. So I just want to continue to see other Black artists just step in the game and tell their stories, man, that are authentic and real to them. And yeah, just keep going up.
Yes.
Well, you are incredible. Like, honestly, I have a lot of your music on my phone. I cannot. And I've been watching you since the X Factor, and it's just so incredible to see your journey and how you're literally just making it known that your skin complexion doesn't matter. You are a Black man in America, and you do sing country music. You are just setting a different type of standard, and I think that's incredible. You're inspiring so many young people that they can chase their dreams. They don't have to be put in a category, and I love that.
Yeah, it's no box for sure. And like I said, I want to continue to hear other artists, because I mean, when I heard Beyonce do Daddy Lessons on was it the Lemonade album? She did like a country song. And it was dope.
I remember that.
Fire. Like, I want to continue to hear other artists just step in and do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely something that is just needed.
Were you worried? I have to ask, were you worried, or were you a little fearful in putting this out just because of how controversial this can be toward the white fans, or your white fans in country music, like putting out such like contrasting ideas of what America is to you.
Yeah, no, I didn't care. I didn't even, I was just like, yo, this how I feel, and this is what I'm gonna say. And I mean, I feel like as an artist, that's how you have to be, you know what I'm saying? Especially like this music, you have to just not care. And I think
unapologetically you.
Yeah, just doing me, man. I'm unapologetically myself and unapologetically black.
Come on, come on.
That's what it is. And I just wanted to tell the story through the scope and the lens of country. And yeah, man, the video came out really dope. If y'all haven't seen it, check it out.
It's fire. It's fire, y'all. Y'all gotta go check this video out. It's crazy.
Okay.
I mean, literally, like you said, your authentic self really does come through in your music, and it's evident in your album, in your videos, which I want all of you guys to go download and stream and listen to right now while we're on a little bit of a break. But I'm telling you guys, like, you're not only supporting amazing music, you're supporting an amazing person. Like, you guys sat here and listened to him explain his journey, and like Romeo said, he didn't take his 15 minutes and run for a bag. Like, he stayed true to himself. And I think that's the type of person we want to put in these high positions again, like Romeo said, and I'm not copying him, I swear. But he has a good point. I think he's the type of people that we need to be putting on a higher pedestal, because these are the people that young kids should look up to. And I think, Willie, like, you are such an amazing human being, and I'm so glad, I'm sure I speak for everyone else, that we got to have you on the show tonight.
Yeah.
But again, sorry, we do have to take a break, and we'll be right back with more here on The Mix on Fox Soul.
Yeah. Welcome back to The Mix, baby. Jamie, I need you to take it away because we got a special guest here. Before she came on the show, she was known as Miss Miller, but we'll talk about that later. There's a contract that I have with my future wife that says, guess what? You can't be mad because this was the first Miss Miller. But take it away, Jamie.
Oh, okay. Y'all know we love Leah. It's time for some celebrity news with Miss Miller over here. Yes, ma'am. We had so much fun with her last week. I know y'all felt the energy through the screen. So let's bring her right back. Miss Leah Miller into the mix.
No. Before we even get into hot topics, now we gonna get into the lemonade. I'm gonna have all of his fans looking at me crazy when he jumps on the internet and announces he in a relationship.
We gonna come on your show. Could you get to the do your job, please?
Don't intro me like that and think I'm not gonna say nothing. Okay?
I know that's right. You better speak your truth.
That's why I love Leah.
I'm gonna come on your show. We're gonna discuss on your show, all right?
All right, y'all ready?
You ready? We ready,
baby. All right, y'all. So listen, today was a big day for millennial rap fans because Brooklyn rapper Bobby Shmurda has been released from prison after a little over 6 years. Now, if you don't know who he is, or you might be a little too young, gather around the lemonade stand. We're gonna bring it back a little bit. So in 2014, Bobby Shmurda took over the radio and the internet with his viral hit single, Hot Niggas. That sparked the Shmoney dance on Vine. Now, for all you Gen Zs, that's TikTok's grandma. And, the song is so popular that even Jay-Z and Beyonce did it on the On the Run tour. But, December of 2014, Bobby was arrested along with 14 other people, including rapper Rowdy Rebel. Now, Bobby was charged with conspiracy to commit murder. Listen, I'm just saying what they said now. All right, okay, conspiracy to commit murder, reckless endangerment, drug and gun possession, drug dealing, assault, and attempted murder. That's what they said, allegedly. Now, police stated that Bobby was the driving force and the possible leader of the GS9 gang in Brooklyn. Authorities tried to make a case on the basis that Bobby's lyrics represented his real life activity, but a New Jersey court actually threw that out and said it did not stand with his specific crimes. Now, the court denied him bail 6 times of the 7 years he served, which gathered community support. But he's gotten out because he's had good behavior and he served his time. How do y'all feel about Bobby being out? Because I'm gonna tell you now, my Millie.
Hey.
Oh my God! Yes, ma'am.
The streets is hot. What y'all think?
You cannot go on Instagram and not see everybody posting about Shmurda. Like, when I tell you the streets is happy, they are happy. Like, this is their cousin, this is their brother, this is their daddy got out of jail. Like, people are so excited, and it's well deserved because this kid had like a #1 hit single. He was popping, like he had Beyonce and Jay-Z, like you said, doing his little dance. And so it's really flawed, the law. He should not have been in jail as long as he was, for one. He never got a fair trial. His family tried to put up money for his bail. The courts wouldn't allow it. So there's something fishy about all of this and him being in jail. So I hope that they reinvestigate this whole situation.
Can we talk about how they tried to use his song lyrics to convict him? Like, who said that he was telling the truth in his song lyrics? And they tried to do that. We just talked about it with who? I already forgot.
We did.
We just talked about it with someone else. I'm drawing a blank.
I think Mario. I think we was talking to Mario.
Yeah, but they keep trying to do this to rappers. Like, come on. I don't think that you can use their songs to try to convict them, but
no.
I think it's pretty dope that he took more time so his friend and group member Rowdy Rebel could do less time. I think that's very honorable. 6ix9ine, take some notes. 6ix9ine. But I will make a prediction because did you guys see how hard Quavo going right now? Yeah. And I know they were cool. Before he went in, but I think he's gonna be QC. Just wait on it. I'm telling you. He did the private jet. He greeted him with a lot of stacks of money. I think what they're doing right now, they're trying to say, hey, come to QC. QC's leading things right now. Lil Baby, Lil Yachty, Cardi B, Migos. It makes sense. So I would love to see that, but we'll see. So that's what I think.
That's a good conspiracy.
I'm gonna show my age and just ask you, what is QC?
Quality control.
Quality control. So it's a label.
First
of all, the music. I love the music. I just didn't know the label.
Send you an album tonight. That's a quality control album. You're just gonna listen to it and you'll
dope. It's pretty dope. Yeah. It's really
do y'all
dope.
think the justice system is flawed? Do y'all think he was played in this way? Or do you think?
Absolutely. I definitely think the justice system is flawed. I feel like I hate to bring race into it, but if that was a white man, he'd be out within a year.
Exactly. Okay. That's true.
How the difference of fairness it is when you're black and white. I hate to constantly bring race into things, but I definitely think that the way they played him was unfair.
Yep.
Yeah. Our justice system, I could talk about that all day.
It's
definitely flawed. I got family members that serve in time just because people want to make an example out of them. You already know what my uncle Corey Miller, innocent man, have a life sentence. My cousin in H-Town, Carlos Daniel Silos, kind of the same situation. He took the rap for all of his friends. They know my cousin didn't do it, but they're going to make him the example. So being black in America, like we was talking about with Willie, is definitely a different America for us. But I'm proud to see this young man out and being able to go chase his dreams, because they try to put us in a box, but guess what? We're so strong, we're so talented, and it shows that we could really do anything we put our mind to. So I hope they keep him on track, because he's really a superstar for real.
Yeah.
I agree.
The state of music is about to be fire. He about to set the summer off. Like the summer is going to be crazy.
I'm excited for the next dance.
Yeah,
right?
Me too.
Let me tell you, if it's giving TikTok, I can't keep up. If it's giving I can't.
And I think he might be performing at Summer Jam in New York this summer, if all goes well. So that would be crazy.
So Tila, I think we'll be there, right?
Absolutely.
We'll be there. Anyway, Leah, let's give us some more tea, baby.
Okay, y'all, gather around the lemonade stand for this one, child, because let me tell you something. This story didn't sit right in my spirit. Okay, Lovely Mimi, known for being formerly on Love and Hip Hop, got backlash over the weekend after almost saying the N-word in a video she posted on social media. Now, Mimi did issue an apology, but did confirm that she does use the N-word, just not on social media, after she offended some of her fans in 2015. Now, Mimi says that there are plenty of non-Black people who use the word, and says that she didn't want to lie about using the N-word around friends, family, and people she's comfortable with. Now, I have a lot to say, like it's the audacity for me. But
I was about to say, she has the audacity. First of all, she said, I don't say it publicly. Don't say it at all. I don't understand what, not to be disrespectful, but what in your mind, if you can't say it in public, what makes you think saying it in private, people are gonna be like, oh, it's private?
No, I'll tell you exactly what it is. First of all, she has a Black man, she has Black children. The people around her indicated, and I think that's where Black people have to step in. This is how I explained it to a friend today. Here's the thing. We have things that happen in our house, right? Like what happens in your individual homes don't go on the internet, right? So when it comes to the N-word and whether Black people should say it or not, that is a Black people in the house discussion. Now, when it comes to anybody else and any other race saying it, no, that is not for you to discuss. Period, point blank. It is off limits. So when it comes to the Black household, then we can talk about amongst ourselves whether we feel like it's appropriate, but the word was derogatory towards us. So
exactly. It's our decision. It's our decision.
So,
exactly.
I need someone to show her little rant, Miss Leah, because if you don't understand the issue after what she just said, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, because I'm Black and I was like, oh shit, I have to rethink like what the hell I'm saying. Basically, the point is, if you are not Black, don't
say it. It's not that hard.
It's really not. It's really not. And you know the thing is too, it's like
it out. Like, hello, I'm not to say it. Like, no.
You know,
you're not Black. And you say it, you're gonna get slapped. Just
period. It's on site. It is on site. I promise you.
You know, the thing for that bothers me too is when people have the argument, they say, well, if I can't say it, then you shouldn't be able to say it either. And it's like, no, a word that was used as a derogatory word for us for so many years, if we flipped it and now we take power over it, we have every right to use it. That's like when girls say to other girls, like, hey, bitch, oh, bitch. It's like, you can say it because that is a word that they took power over. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, time out. I have a question. I want to throw a little devil's advocate in there. So what do you feel about people who grew up in Black communities? Because her thing is, I grew up around Black people. I've been cool with Black people. So what do we say to people like that? Because obviously, again, the people around her are comfortable with her saying that she has Black children. So
go ahead, Taylor. Take
the history more than anyone else.
Oh, first of all, okay, you grew up around Black people. You're friends with Black people. You're not Black. Don't say it. Point blank, period. Like, I'll say it now. I'll say it again. I think it's disrespectful. Yeah. And I think her apology is weak. Her saying, oh, I'm sorry I said it publicly, but I'm just letting y'all know, like, I be saying it, I don't say it publicly to the internet.
Yeah.
Girl, what are you doing? You're inspiring other people that are not Black to think that you say it. And I think we are in such we're in such a generation where people are just so easily influenced. We don't want to be teaching the younger generations that this is okay, because it's not.
Come on.
Wait, so I got a question because I always see like little TikTok stars and stuff getting exposed for this, but what about when it's in songs? So
doesn't change.
No, still
it's the same.
Don't say it.
I agree.
Say it. I don't care.
It should be slipping out. It shouldn't even be in there.
Well, the perfect person to talk about this would be Romeo, because did you ever say the N-word in any of your songs?
Yeah, man. I curse. I say the N-word. Like, my family from the South, it's a whole. But the thing is, me and my dad put out an album where we tried to be curse free and did this whole thing with back in the day where Oprah was like, let's take away the N-word, and they recruited my dad. It's like, Master P, if anybody could influence the people to not say it, it's you, because you're from the streets, you live this life. And people is like, we don't want to hear that. And everybody just like, they dropped and left. Like, I remember Oprah was like, she cut it off because people was mad. It's like, that's our word and power. But when it comes to music and the N-word, I'm always kind of, I have an eyebrow, because I'm like, damn, I be singing these songs in my head and we say the N-word so much. How does other cultures and races rap these songs without, because it's repeating, Yeah. So it's a thing where we kind of brainwash people to think it's okay. And like Tila said, you're gonna have to slap people in the face if they do it in front of you and let them know it's not okay. But that's the I don't know how to, it's a hard place because we're Black. We could say it. Other people should respect that. It brings a lot of pain and trauma, but we use it so much, especially in our most popular songs, where people feel it's okay for them to say it too. No, we tried to mean the word, but the word ain't going nowhere, because look, at the end of the day, as Black people, we gonna say what we want to say, and we could do that. And I think other people just got to respect that it is what it is, because we had to take something so negative and flip it for our people so it couldn't be used against us. It get a lot deeper than they know. So if you're not black, if you say that, you're being disrespectful. It's that simple.
Now, when you were touring a lot, when you were younger, did you see your white fans say the N-word to your songs? And did you have a problem with it?
I think my dad's seen a lot of them say it probably. That's the influence of hip hop. You know, if you're singing songs and there's 30,000 people out there, I mean, people probably just saying your lyrics all the time, but it's just one of those situations where we got to know we got the power to influence. And it's one of those things, like it's a hard line because we're not going to stop being us. We're not going to stop being us, but other people have to respect us at the same time.
But at the same time, it's not the artist's responsibility to not say the N-word because, these white people, these white children might say. It's their parents. It's their environment. It's not up to these Instagram people, these rappers. Like, it's not up to them to raise your children. You raise your own children to not say the N-word. That way we don't have to have this discussion in the first place.
Amen.
Exactly.
Hey.
I agree.
Just know it's a hurtful word to your black homies. If you're not black and you saying that, you got to know that if you don't think you're a racist, you are being racist.
You're racist. Yeah. That's true.
Come on with the word.
I'm like sweating. I'm ready to get mad. I'm ready to jump someone. This ain't good. So we're just gonna end the show right there. Because I think that's a great way to end it. Tila, thank you so much for co-hosting. We had a great time. I hope you had a great time.
I had so
also love to hear it. We also want to thank our guests, Trae The Truth and Willie Jones, for jumping into the mix with us. Again, drop some gems. Had to give them their flowers. They were amazing. Make sure you check out our Instagram for more information on how to help the citizens of Texas affected by the recent snowstorms. And stay tuned because up next is Tammy Mac Late Show here on Fox Soul.
Thank you, Leah.
Thank you, Leah.
Thank you, Leah.
Leah.
Leah, you got to come back. Like, you got to be our gossip girl. We love you.
Yes.